Okay everybody, so in this paint I'm starting with some neon paints, and these are by Diamond FX, and they're water activated, but they are a little bit more waxy than most other water activated paints. And what I'm doing here is I'm just taking this paint and going in for my outline of the skull. So I start with the exterior of the skull, and then I start drawing in some rough teeth. I usually do the teeth first, but for some reason this time I went in and did the skull and around, and then I started working on my teeth. But basically I'm just doing the rough outline. Here I'm adding a little bit of detail into the top, and then sorry that I skipped this whole part, but basically I filled in the teeth with two different colors, and then I also filled in the blank space between with black. My camera did cut out during that whole time, so I apologize, but it was really not that much stuff. It was just filling in the teeth. Here I'm taking a neon powder, and this one's by Andy Candy Makeup, and is another glow-in-the-dark pressed pigment, and I'm just doing some shading. Then I take my paint again, and I am filling in my face with just some pink. It's the same water activated paint. I did the outline, and then I jumped over and I did the rough sketch of my eyes, but as you'll see in a little bit, I do erase them and then start again. Here I'm filling in my nose with some detail. I basically just followed a skull picture, and then as you can see, my eye shape changed because I had wiped it off, and now I'm filling in my forehead with some paint and changing the eye shape. I wanted to look a little bit more like a angry skull, if that makes sense, instead of like a more goofy skull, so I changed the shape of the eye, because if you put it too rounded then it doesn't look as serious. Here I'm taking a different water activated paint. This is by CXC Beauty, the Hydra Effects and in Scrunchy, and I'm just outlining the eye shape. And here I'm adding some details with another CXC Beauty paint. This is the yellow one. I believe it's called Dance Party. Then I start working on some rough detail in the neck and adding a little bit of paint in there to fill it in. And I start filling in the blank space with black. I fill in the rest of my face as well with black. So I painted the ears, and I'm just going around filling all the blank space. Now I'm taking more of that neon powder, and I'm just shading in some of the neck bones. And then starting to shade the teeth. Really what makes this kind of paint look really cool is all of the shading. So I'm also using it as a highlight since it is a bright pink, and I'm just highlighting some areas, blending it in. Now I'm reinforcing some of the blacks, and then also filling my eye space and the black space with black eyeshadow. For skull, especially in the socket area and the nose area and anywhere that's supposed to be like a negative space, you want a matte black. You don't want anything shiny, so I always go over with powder, and then I'm adding some extra shading details. This skull is all about shading, so adding some shading between the teeth and everywhere I can just to add that detail. Then I put some black eyeliner, and that's pretty much the whole look. It's a super simple look to achieve. Again, like I said, it's all about the shading, so I just fill in and shade a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.